Good morning. Let's figure this out this morning. See what's going on with the markets here. We had a consolidation day like I expected yesterday on SPY. We have a doji day up at highs. Very interesting. Makes it very easy to pick your levels. Probably going to go for the breakout today. Let me see. This is our doji. Oh, excuse me. No, that isn't. Our doji is here. Roughly this 447.31. Let me see what the low is. 447.26. Right there. That's where we're going to be looking to go long, and we'll be looking to go short here at the top. Or if it breaks out, retest a flip to go the other direction. Okay. Tentatively, that's what it looks like on SPY. So it's pretty easy to trade these candles. So we'll see what happens, I guess. Let's move on to Qs. Qs had a doji day, broke highs pre-market. See, little things tell you we're probably going to break out and move up again. All right, so we'll watch this 373.23 for the long, and then again with the all-time highs. But I don't think I would short this. We'll be watching for the long. So looking at Qs, I'm going to expect SPY to break highs and run again. So I'll be looking for the long down here. At least out of the gate currently. Amazon, big move up. Hold on one sec. Just realized I had myself on mute, guys. Sorry about that. I'm going to get started here in a few minutes. All right. So I'm going to get into this here. I was waiting for some people in my room to get online. Oops. All right. So we got Doji days. We have a Doji day on SPY. I don't know if you saw that already. Probably did. So if you look at SPY, we have a doji here yesterday. You remember I was talking early yesterday that it looked like we were going to have a doji day, and that's exactly what happened. So we love this play. So we'll be looking for a long at 447.26 and a short at 448.54. But we're going to be watching the Qs because the Qs is on a doji day. But what's interesting is Qs is give us a little signal that we're going to break out and run up. So Qs broke highs pre-market. Now we could sell off and come down to this 373.23 before the push up. So hopefully we're just going to jam straight down to this level. We can take it long, apply our risk, and go. Remember, if we break under the doji day, we'll take the retest short or vice versa for the long. Okay, that's how those work. That's your levels on those. Let's go over here to Amazon. Look at a few things here. It's a little late getting around this morning. 33.16. All right, that's interesting. 33.16. We were on the bottom side. Amazon's showing a little bit of weakness, but we'll see what happens. We'll just watch this pre-market low for the bounce. We'll just keep an eye on it. I'm going to put a green line here so I have quick reference. That's where it should bounce at the close of the candle, so roughly we will see. All right. Back to Apple. Like Apple for the long. $149.20 something. 25. Watch Apple for the long there for the dip to take it long. I'm not real crazy about that market maker candle down here though. Mark that off. We'll see what happens with that candle later. So we'll watch that for a long. We can still watch yesterday's highs for a short. Now the long and short yesterday on Apple were perfect. As you can see, 149 roughly is where we were looking long. I just moved it just a touch. Yesterday's long was like right here, and it worked perfectly. Right into the 150.72 for the short and bounced down. I missed that short, but it came 950s, and I was already in SPY long, and I wasn't sure I wanted to take Apple short in case it wanted to squeeze, but the level worked, so. All right. So I'll be watching this for a long. Into this 150.72. I'll be taking profit for sure. Yesterday's highs. Let me move that up just a touch. 150.86 I'll be taking profit into. We can watch that for a short. Now, if the whole market's coming up, SPY cues, everybody's and the market's coming strong into this level, be very cautious with a short. I really don't want to short Apple right now. I think Apple's going to go on a run up to 155. So, and you go, why do I say that? Well, there's a reason, but people in my room know what it is. All right, so you got those levels, guys. Okay. AMD. I don't like AMD. Moving on. Boeing's coming up nicely. Baba sold off. This is why I had people that were in this trade, and I'm like, do not trust Baba. But it ran up, tagged 180 and come down. It's probably going to head back up there. Probably wants to come down and fill this gap. I'd be watching Baba for the 161.57 for the long, which that's quite a ways, 8 points from where it is now. But if it come in there for that gap fill, I'd watch that long. It's actually a gap fill here too. Man, such dangerous plays. I wouldn't take it long until 161.57. All right. Chew was a nice play yesterday. Coinbase is consolidating. Not ready for Coinbase yet. I'm just watching how it moves every day. It's got all the moving averages now, Coinbase. I mark it off to see how it's bouncing on levels and what the risk is going to be. That's what all these lines are for. So. Watch Disney for the short at 181.67. Watch that for a short. I like Disney for the short here. Facebook's going to try to break out and run. It's got a little phantom tick down here. We can watch Facebook for a long right here. Coming into this level, this is the near the lows of yesterday. Not all the way to lows, but we can watch this 363.36 for a long on Facebook. And once again, I expect Facebook to come up to 387. So we will be watching that for a long. Facebook. Let me write this down. I don't want to forget Facebook. I like Facebook for long. So hopefully we get a open dip. The market dips at the open. That will be the perfect setup for us to get long in these trades. GME, 50 points, 100, almost, well, 70 points. That's so crazy. Google into the stratosphere, headed up to 29.19.26. The long on Google I'd be watching for would be 2862 for the long. Home Depot sold off yesterday. Intel's still running up. Very interesting. Intel's probably going to break out. Should run up and tag the 50. But I'm not going to mess with Intel right now. Well, that's a good sign. Lockheed Martin has a phantom tick all the way up here. 381.71. No downside. I'd have to hold on to that trade if you're in that one, Jason. Yep, I just let that play. Not that I trade longs, but some of my people do. All right. Microsoft. Phantom tick up here. I would watch Microsoft for the long. Once again, I want to take it long. 299.78. Didn't come down here. It got bought up. Can watch this level again for the long. Now that we've held it, I'll take this long if it comes. 301.85. I'll risk 301.85. Could even start in at the open here, but I'd really like a dip. So we can watch both of these areas. All right. Let me put Microsoft and Facebook on my other chart. Hold on. So Microsoft and Facebook are some of my top plays today that I like so far. MU has a lot of risk. Well, not really, actually. MU long at 71.88 is probably a fairly good play for a long. I wouldn't give it a lot of room. If it comes in there, I'd give it a little wiggle, but not very much, okay? All right, and then let's see here. Netflix finally made it up there. Didn't I tell him it was going to break out? Remember Tane and I were talking about that, Jason? About that Netflix breakout. Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, it broke out. Ran into that level and stopped, but it's going to go. This 549.41 for the long on Netflix I like. I think it's going to be a fairly good play as well. Kind of leaning long on everything today, it looks like. Nvidia's up around 220. Ran right into my 219.61 level, Jason. You see that? Remember when I put that level on there, right? Down here. All I got to do is figure out the formula, buddy, and we're getting closer. All right, so Nvidia long at 216.05. Can try that long. I don't think there's a lot of upside to that trade, so you may want to wait for 212.42 for a bounce. Not so sure that I really like this pre-market low. I think yesterday's low is a better place to risk it. Just depends on what's happening with the market too, right? PayPal ran right into that level. It's on its way up there, but there's no real trade I can take. Qs is right inside the box. It's right in the middle. We have a doji day on Qs, but we broke out just a little bit. That just tells me that we're coming back up. Pre-market breakout of the highs. Let me mark that. All right, so the actual high is 375.18 on Qs. So hopefully what I want to happen today is we're going to sell straight off at the open and come into this 373.23. We can get long on Qs and SPY, both in the same area. They're both in the middle right now. That's right where we want them to stay for the next 15 minutes. All right. Tesla back here at the 9 for the long would probably be the play that I would risk. The 697.96. We can watch that for a long right in here. 697.56 for a long on Tesla. Even the pre-market low, I don't really like it there. Tesla gets so volatile that I'd wait for it to come to the 9. All right. Twitter, not real crazy about Twitter today. UPS, it's kind of flat, isn't it? Its open was way up here at 194.61. Probably continue up, I would think. All right. Fixes are down. Wish is bounced off that 614. Had a nice run up yesterday to 750. Walmart into all-time highs. Walmart's going to break out of this. All right. All right, guys, that's all of it. So Apple, SPY Qs, Facebook, Amazon's coming back up. Amazon's coming up. We have doji days on SPYs and Qs. We know how to play those. Some of my favorite plays. Going to be watching Facebook. 360, 336 is the level I'd like Facebook to come to. And Microsoft 301.85. All right. So we got about 15 minutes, guys. We're just going to chill here. I'm going to talk to people in the room. I'll be back, YouTube. You can't run a 256-foot yacht with 2 or 3 people. I don't want to have a crew of people. All right, Amazon broke pre-market highs on that candle. So we're sliding down on Qs. I'll be looking for Qs long down here. I'd really like SPY to come down for me to get long. I'll be looking long early. Hopefully the long comes. Yeah. Trade decks open, get your orders ready, know what you're gonna trade open. I'm gonna set my Qs up first, I think. Got about a minute and a half, guys. All right, guys. 45 seconds. Just need a dip out of Qs and SPY. I'm gonna watch Apple for the long as well. That 149.25, yesterday's lows, basically. I'll be watching that for the long as well. I want it to go down first, not up. Here we go. Down first, damn it. There goes Apple down. $149 calls. I'm watching Apple. There we go. Come on down, SPY. Come on down. Come on down here. Here comes Qs. Come on down. I took some Apple long already. I got some 149 calls on Apple. I started in. Filled me at $1.41. Woo! Take some profit there. Fill me at 168. Nice. Keys is going to break out. Here it goes. We're going to break out, retest the highs. So we're going to look for the, I'm getting paid, and holy, I have to take some more profit. Jeez. Fill me $1.92. Did I nail that thing? Up $40 a contract on Apple. I got a little bit left. SPY's coming down. I'd like to see SPY jam into this low at 447. I'm going to start in somewhere 447.40 if it can get down there. Come on. I've got 20 contracts of Apple left on. See how far she's going to go. Come on, SPY. SPY or Qs. Somebody needs to come down here to this lower level so I can get long in something else. SPY average is red from the open. Come on down. Come on, SPY. If you start in SPY anywhere long in this neighborhood, your risk is down to the 447, but I would just kind of try to wait till it gets in this 447, 46 area. Except for Q's is trying to break out. SPY is going to get sucked up if Amazon starts to run up. Facebook just broke out over the high. Damn it, didn't give me an entry. Q's is doing a fake out at highs. There goes SPY. Be watching Apple. It's about to stop me out. Am I remaining? Hasn't got there yet, but it's close. I really want to buy some more. I'd like to see Q's pop, and I would buy some more. There goes SPY. All right, I bought some. I got filled 147 on those. Now I'm back up to 50 contracts. Let me take a little profit right there. I don't like having this much risk. I won't go red on these contracts. There goes Q's. Q's is running. There she goes. Come on, Apple, just go. There we go. There we go. Give me that profit, baby. It's made $20 a contract on those Apple contracts I just bought. Sold a bunch of them. Keys broke highs. It's like I thought it would. It's doing exactly what I thought it would do. SPY's hanging out here. You got to be cautious of the dip. Remember, but they want to test these lower levels at some point, so just be cautious. That's why I'm taking my profit when it pops. I'd like to see Apple run all the way up to this 150.86 and I'd just close it. Getting paid in Apple. There goes Q's. Come on, SPY wants to run now. Amazon's above. Microsoft's headed down. Interesting movement out of Apple and SPY right now. Nvidia's squeezing. I'm going to stop out on Apple around 155, $1.55 on the 149 calls. So it's kind of tentatively in my mind as far as I'm going to let it come down. There it is. I'm out. I'm all the way out of Apple right now. I just didn't want to give back the profit, so it put in a lower high, so I'll just take that profit and I'll watch and see what happens here. Might bounce back up. Remember, the level's down here at 149.25, so if I get a straight red candle down here, I'll grab it long again right here. Here's the retest of highs for the push out on Qs. What is SPY doing? SPY just is not moving. I need SPY to come down so I can take it. Microsoft's coming into an area that's pretty good for a call. I'm way up on Apple. Had a good trade on Apple. Apple's trying to hold. Microsoft is about just over a point from the level I want to take the call. Apple's holding the open. I just made enough money on Apple that I didn't want to give it back. That second purchase really padded that trade. Apple's been average green for the last 6 minutes, or SPY's been average green for the last 6 minutes. Amazon goes up and breaks highs and then sells off. It wants to test this lower part of the doji. Maybe we're going to run straight up, test the top, and fail. Guess we'll see. Perfect move on Qs. Back in, test the high, then run up. Here comes SPY. She's going to come down in a hurry if it's going to test this bottom level. SPY comes back down here. Apple's going to break that low. Yep. Quick tag of the open. See if it's going to hold it. I think if it comes through, we're coming down here to the bottom. I don't see any buyers on Apple. Maybe a little. Microsoft sliding still. Nvidia's in the stratosphere. The plays I really want are down here at the bottom. Qs isn't going to give me an opportunity to get in Qs. Qs is going to stay up here. We still may get an opportunity to take it long on SPY down here. But the risk is pretty large for me to take SPY anywhere currently, especially as Amazon's coming down. Apple should break this and come down. And I'll be watching for it right here. Depending on what's happening, right? If Amazon breaks this 3,300 low, it starts jamming down, I might not get so excited about taking Apple or Microsoft. But right now, I'm looking for those long. I'm just being patient. I don't have to take another trade right now. Apple's really trying to hold on. Amazon's at a double bottom. Break it. 3306.63. Yep. Amazon's headed down. This should drag the market down. Here comes SPY. Qs. Apple should break and come through. Apple does not want to come down right now. Go watch this double bottom on SPY, but the risk is just too big right here. If we're down here in this 40 range, I'm more interested, but not here. It's trying to bounce. There's buyers sitting here in the double bottom. So Microsoft came into that 302.62 and is just sliding. That was that first level to take a call on Microsoft. Well, there are definitely some buyers there. I really didn't expect this to hold. Let me come up and tag VWAP and come down. We'll see. If it doesn't, it keeps going. I took the Apple trade because it's closer to my level. That's kind of why I shied away from SPYs and Qs. It's too far away right now. So we've got lower high, lower high, lower high on SPY currently. It's trying to break that downtrend right now. Broke it. I don't trust it. There goes Apple. I knew Apple was going to break through. I'm going to watch Apple for another buy down here. Now, if SPY starts to fail, I'm not going to want to take this long at the level on Apple. I'd much rather SPY was down here to take this Apple long, but we'll watch it. Still been looking at the 149 calls. Damn, missed it. Contract's holding up really nice because I got filled at $1.41 that first minute from the volatility. I think I missed it. Doggone it. No, give me one shot. Just come right here. Amazon's diving. Be very interesting what happens right here with Amazon. Filled $1.37. If Amazon breaks this, I'm going to get real uninterested in longs. Bought a little Apple long. We'll see. Just because it's close to the level. Not risking a lot. Alright, we're coming down right now, it looks like. Microsoft's into the level 302.62. Kind of slid into it. I don't like that slide. We like speed and distance into the levels, guys. Nvidia's still pushing out. Short squeezing. I bought 20 contracts long on Apple. Got filled at $1.37. 149 calls. If it jams in here, I'll take an ad, and if it breaks it, I'll just close it. Amazon's bouncing at 3,300. Microsoft, if I wasn't an Apple, I probably would have taken this trade, but I think the 301.85 is better on the slide, so we'll see what happens. Yep, here she comes. If she comes straight down into 301.85, I'm going to have to buy Microsoft too. Yeah, it's jamming in. 300 calls is what I'll be watching for on Microsoft. Facebook's running. Here it is. Fill me. $3.08. 300 calls. I got filled at $3.08. Red. It's pretty volatile. We'll see what happens. Amazon broke. Of course it did. Be careful with the longs. Hopefully Microsoft decides to hold this. I'm not going to give it a lot of room from here. Here's that sell-off. Yep, doggone it. Woo! Man, that contract moved fast. Jeez. All right, looks like we're coming down to test the bottom. I closed the Microsoft for a loss. Because I took an ad on Apple. Microsoft's probably going to damn work, and I closed it. This is what happens when you open a couple of trades. You want to focus on one. Don't want to turn a nice green day into a red day either. Oh, I lost a little bit on Microsoft. A couple $100. I didn't give it much room, and I didn't take very many contracts when I bought it. But I think I should have kept it. We'll see. That was the play I wanted, and it's coming up now. Squeezed out about 50 cents from low level. I got bought up. My Apple ad's just holding where I added at. I don't like that Microsoft broke this low at all. SPY's coming back up. Or Amazon broke this low. I don't like it. I'd like to see a higher low here. Q's almost double bottom. Microsoft's holding that 301.85. SPY's just chopping. I don't think I'm going to let this go below this level. Careful with any longs right now, guys. Even though I'm in long, be careful if you're taking a position. I think that just broke the low. Yep. That's it. I'm going to give it about 15 or 20 cents, and that'll be it. I'll be all done with Apple. I'm not giving back all the money I made. I'll risk a little bit, not much. Because I know that Q's and SPY could come all the way down here, right? If Q's and SPY come all the way down here, this stuff's really going to crap the bed. And Amazon broke its low, it's coming down. Let me just get out of this. I'm out of Apple. I gave some back right there. Sometimes just take your first trade win and don't trade anymore. Microsoft's breaking lows. We're going to come down and test this bottom. It's 10 o'clock. I'm just going to chill now, and I'm not going to take another trade. I hate it when I give back some profit. It really ticks me off. But you take them at the levels and they work or they don't work. Sometimes they don't work and they slide through. Apple, really the risk is a point, but I'm green on it, so I'm not interested in risking it. I really like this Apple trade. The same with Microsoft, but Microsoft's still sliding. Microsoft risk is a point, so technically you could run it all the way down to 385 cents, and it hasn't made it there yet, so take an ad there. YouTube, I'm going to sign off here. Y'all have a great day.